channel. For today's video, I have a first impression slash one brand tutorial, and these are all on the new Essence Cosmetics makeup. Now, I don't know if these are like new launches for 2016 or 2017. I just recently got them and I wanted to try them out. As always, before we get started, I would really very much appreciate it if you go ahead and click subscribe down there. And also, if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, if you guys would like to know how I achieved this look using their products, go ahead and keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm so sorry. I know we're already failing with just the first step, but I actually did not find any foundation, at least on my shades. I went ahead and just applied my foundation beforehand. Moving on to concealer, I am using the Essence Match to Cover Cream Concealer in the shade Natural Beige. To be quite honest, I'm not a big fan of this concealer just because it was a lot harder to blend, and I feel like I'm better off using those concealer that are like out of the tube where you just apply it on instead of like using your fingers and whatnot. The good thing about this concealer though is it is very creamy, but if you guys are like into cream concealers, this one is your best friend. Moving on to contour, as you guys have probably noticed, I am a huge fan of cream contouring, like using concealers and stuff. And for today, I use the Essence Contouring Pencil. To be quite honest, I was not a huge fan of both of these just because I feel like the contour shades did not do anything. And also, the color is a little bit weird on my skin tone. I don't know if this will work better on a fair skin, but if you have a tan skin, I don't think you guys will like this one. To set the face, I use the Essence Color Correcting Mattifying Powder. Now, I don't really know if this powder is gonna mattify your face throughout the day, but as far as applying it right after my foundation and concealer, it did mattify my face. To set our cream contour, I'm using the Essence Shape Your Face Contouring Palette, and I believe this is new as well, and this is in the shade Ready Set Peach. And I'm taking the contour shade in the palette, which is this nice chocolate shade. For my eyebrows, I went in with the new Essence Make Me Brow Jumbo Eyebrow Pencil, and this one is part of their newer launch. And I'm using the shade Brunette, and surprisingly, I actually really like this one. I didn't think I was gonna like it just because it's such a big pencil that I feel like you can't really control it, but it's actually super easy to like go light-handed or like you can go heavy-handed, but it's super easy to just fill in your eyebrows and also shape them at the same time. Then I went in with the Essence Eyebrow Fixing Pencil, and this is a wax, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to use this before or after I filled in my eyebrows, but I used it after, and it kind of just like cleaned my eyebrows and kept the hair in place. And then to lock in our hard work, I used the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. Moving on to the eyes, I use the Essence I Love Stage Eyeshadow Base, and a little bit of this goes a long way, you guys. You guys can probably tell that I put a lot more on my left eye than my right eye, so definitely go a little light-handed on this. For today's eye look, I've decided to do a bronzy night out look, and for the base, I'm using the Essence 2-in-1 eyeshadow and liner waterproof, and it is in the shade, it's got the mauve, and it is this metallic mauve shade, and it is so gorgeous, you guys. It is super duper pigmented. A little bit of this goes a long way. And also, since it is a cream pencil, you're gonna have to go in with your ring finger and just blend it lightly with your ring finger, and be sure not to tug your eye because that's how you create wrinkles. And then on top of that, I'm gonna be using the Essence All About Vintage eyeshadow palette, and this one is so gorgeous for my tan girls out there. I'm pretty sure this will look good on fair girls as well, but if you have a tan skin, this will complement your skin so well. So I'm using that on top of she's got the mauve shade from the eye pencil, and then to darken up the look, I'm also using this gray shade, and then to fill in the middle, I'm using this light brown shade, and it is this nice champagne chocolate shade. And then to highlight eyebrow bone, I'm using this champagne shade, and as you can see, it is super pigmented. I'm using the Essence Gel Eyeliner, and I like this eyeliner because it's super duper black, but I do not like the brush that I use. The brush that I use is also from Essence, but I feel like it's not going to give me that sharp cat eyeliner. The brush is very nice to use when you're just lining your eye, but when you're going to give yourself that little flick on the end, it's not going to give you a very sharp line. For mascara, today I'm using the Essence Rock and Roll Crazy Extra Large Volume Mascara, and I really like this one, although I cannot tell if this one is waterproof or not, but it held my eyelashes super well. It did add a lot of volume into my eyelashes. As you can tell, I have Asian eyelashes, so your girl definitely needs all the volume. Moving on, for blush, I'm using their new Essence Satin Touch Blush in the shade Love, and it is this very pigmented and beautiful mauve shade. And I feel like this is going to be one of my favorite blushes of all time because it just complements my skin really well. Highlight, which is probably my favorite part, I'm using the Essence Light Up Your Face Luminizer palette, and this one is amazing, you guys. This palette has 3 different highlighting shades, and I really like all of them, but my favorite one would have to be the one all the way to the right. It is this very pretty gold shade, and I'm so excited because this palette is super duper affordable, and I feel like you get a lot of variety in this palette, and they're all very pretty shades. Moving on, for lips, I first lined it with the Essence Long Lasting Lip Liner in the shade Girl Next Door, which is this nice nude color. These lip liners are so creamy and pigmented, and I feel like they just glided onto your lips really smooth. And then for the lipstick, I'm using the Essence lipstick, which is, I believe, a part of their like nude collection, and this is in the shade Cool Nude, and it's just this nice nude color that just match perfectly with the lip liners. Okay guys, so that wraps up the makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Most of the products that I use in here are actually a thumbs up. There were a couple items that I was not a big fan of, but most of them I was like, okay, this is super cool. Okay, I did not think they were gonna work that well, but I'm glad that they did because they're actually super affordable products. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!